Hello. Andre Segovia's Diatonic Major and Minor Scale Studies. Are they valuable? What do you actually get out of those things? What do they do for you? Well, I met a guy in a hallway in the college environment walking through the building one day, and he was playing some really, really amazing, beautiful music, and I just was enamored. And so I stopped and I asked him, I said, "How did you learn how to do that?" And he said, "This." And he grabbed his bag and he opened it up and he pulled out three different books. One was Segovia's Diatonic Major and Minor Scale Studies. Another book was the Royal Conservatory of Music Scale and Arpeggio album, and the Royal Conservatory of Music Repertoire book, which I think was grades 1 through 10 in that book. But anyway, I thought that was really cool that he was sharing that with me, so I immediately went to a music store that he told me to go to get that stuff, and I bought those things. Well, I couldn't read at all, and I had been playing guitar for 25 years, which, I was pretty good at what I did, but, I was actually really good at what I did, but I didn't have literacy at all, and and I had some technique issues that I never knew were bad habits. I never knew they were problems. I just actually became really good at bad technique. So I couldn't read, and I decided, that eventually I would have to figure out how to do that. So I did eventually go into the college environment and started studying in that environment, and found out that my teachers really weren't going to be teaching me to read and teaching me to know how to use the knowledge that they were there to teach me. So I started to take it upon myself to organize my own thoughts and organize my own understanding of theoretical principles as applied to my instrument at the time, guitar. And so it was really, really a great journey. But I ended up having a really knowledgeable guitar teacher at a point in the college environment. And I went to college in my mid-30s and into my 40s studying music. So he saw the Segovian scale studies, and I asked him, I said, "What do you think of those?" And he said some things that were a little bit shocking to me. I didn't really expect a response like that. But I thought to myself, okay, well, he has his opinions, and he has reasons for those opinions, which I respected and still do. But I thought to myself, Segovia was a self-taught guitarist, and he changed the perspective of the classical guitar globally from that of being a peasant instrument to being a concert instrument. And, a lot of things changed with the guitar because of Segovia. So in his Diatonic Major and Minor Scales, he describes historically why he created the Diatonic Major and Minor Scale Studies. And I'm not going to read that, but I am going to read what his comments are about the practice of those particular studies. Here's what Andre Segovia has to say. "The student who wishes to acquire a firm technique on the guitar should not neglect the patient study of scales. If he practices them 2 hours a day, he will correct faulty hand positions, gradually increase the strength of the fingers, and prepare the joints for later speed studies. Thanks to the independence and elasticity which the fingers develop through the study of scales, the student will soon acquire a quality which is very difficult to gain later. Physical beauty of sound. I say physical because sonority and its infinite shadings are not the result of stubborn willpower, but spring from the innate excellence of the spirit. In order to derive the greatest possible benefit from the following exercises, play them slowly and vigorously at first, more lightly and rapidly later. In 1 hour of scales may be condensed many hours of arduous exercises which are frequently futile. The practice of scales enables one to solve a greater number of technical problems in a shorter time than the study of any other exercise." Well, I decided, after hearing what my instructor had to say, that I was going to trust Segovia, being that he, was a pretty prominent figure in classical guitar, and I knew that he was self-taught, and I was self-taught also. I knew that I was facing, 25 years of ingrained bad habits, heavy-handedness. I'm left-handed, and I play the guitar right-handed, so that was another detail. And I was using some very painful ways of playing, but to me it wasn't painful because I just thought that's what playing guitar was about, the death grip, so to speak, squeezing the tar out of the guitar neck. But I was also playing electric guitar and steel string acoustic for many years. I hadn't ever played on nylon. So anyway, I started to teach myself to read, and I started to study the Segovia scale studies, and it took me a little while to learn about them and get them under my belt. But I then eventually did start playing them 2 hours a day for a period of time, and I was amazed at all of the things that were changing in my skills and abilities in both my right and left hand, and in my body posture, in my ability to look at sheet music without looking at my hands, even if while doing that my fingers would gravitate off the fret wire. And, but hey, I got a lot of really awesome things from the Segovia scale studies, which is why I'm going to put this video together. And this video is also being put together for some of my students, so they have something that they can go to for their studies. So without further ado, I'm going to grab my classical guitar, and scale number 1 of Segovia's 24 diatonic major and minor scales is a 2-octave C major scale starting on string 5 with the 2nd finger at the 3rd fret. We will be alternating fingers on the right hand using 7 different fingerings, and we will be using apoyando stroke, which is rest stroke in the fingers, playing a little bit aggressively. There are specific pieces of information related to this scale, the right hand and the left hand, the note names, the solfege, and I will be calling those out one at a time. The instructions say to play the scale 7 times apoyando with the 7 different fingerings shown. I'm going to go a little outside of that at first so that students can have insight into how they might want to program themselves to know and understand what they're doing. So first off, I'm going to start with the 2-octave C major scale, and I'm going to call out the left-hand fingering. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, half step shift, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, half step 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. The names of the notes: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. The solfege: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. The right hand fingering: I am, 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 I. Switching to MI. M, I am, 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 I am. Switching to MA. M, A, 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 M. Switching I am a m. 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 I. Scale degrees alternating the I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, not to be overly particular, but, I guess I have been a little bit particular about my studies. I hope you find this helpful. I'm going to be doing all the rest of the scale studies, so there's 23 more, and at a certain point I may also incorporate additional fingerings that Segovia never suggested, just because I kind of like to do things that are challenging for myself, and it always seems to benefit me when I do stuff like that, so I will share some of that information with you as well. I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments, any suggestions, please feel free to let me know, and have a great day.